Yeah.
Yes,
We'll
Surseema.
start the session. So I meet all of you. Kannakar garu, Sridhar garu, just coordinate.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, sufficient, na?
Yes, sir.
This is a very, very important topic. So GCC for services, it is the latest edition 2018 January. What about this 2022 July is the GCC for Works latest. Okay. So GCC for Services 2018, it is issued by the Innovation and Transformation Cell. Yeah, one document is there, differences between GCC for Works and Services. Once completed both sets, in the next week or next week we'll discuss that document also comparatively. That means what is GCC for Works condition, what is GCC for Service. So you can understand easily. And don't confuse the security deposit, EMD, or some conditions, liquidate damage between stores, service, works. You please go through the question carefully. Are they asking about the supply contracts, or that is stores, or services, or works? That is very important because all these three contracts, some common names is there: EMD, ESD, performance guarantee, liquidate damage, like that. Okay, so please be careful about the question. In case ambiguity is there, it is better you can challenge the question later. You can skip that question in the choice as far as possible. Okay. So the GCC for services, normally the GCC for works, it is issued by the engineering directorate. Here it is issued by the innovation and transformation cell. Okay. This is the document based on the recommendations of the executive directors committee and approvals of the civil engineering and transformation and legal directorates with the final concurrence finally by the railway board. So what are the various types of the service contracts? Please check. See, officially it was not defined by service contract. Other than stores and works contract is called service. It is defined in the GFR. GFR, any work executed by specifications or drawings or like that, that is called works contract. And a transfer of ownership on goods from one person to another person, it is called supply contract. So other than this stores and workshop, it is called service contract as per the GFR definition. So from practical examples, these are the practical examples. So what are the examples? See, any subject matter of procurement other than goods or works. Goods means supply, works means works contracts. Works contracts means the works executed with the designs and schedules. Okay. So what are the other than these goods and works? Physical maintenance, maintenance of the coaches, repairs and maintenance works, and housekeeping. This is a regular mode of contract. Housekeeping, the cleaning of railway station, cleaning of building, cleaning of DRM office, professional, intellectual and training aspect, and consultancy service and advisory service on any matter. You may call advisor. And what is works contracts definition? Please check. The work contemplated for delivery of services as per drawings and schedules set forth in the bid forms. That means as per drawings the work should be delivered, and as per the schedules in the tender form, and required to be executed according to the specifications. This is the very, very important, the works contract. So earning contracts, what is earning contract? Simple. Here in the works, stores, service, railway is spending the money, but here we are getting the money. The reverse, we are getting money. That is called earning contracts. Earning contracts means operating four-wheeler, two-wheeler stands. So contractor on awarding the contract, he will pay the money to the railway. And advertisements.
Recording in progress.
Okay. And running various types of bookstalls, ATMs in the platforms. OSOP. Here the important is in the service contract schedule of rates. SOR is very, very important. And here 2 packet tender, it is applicable for the 50 lakhs and above. Yeah. And 1 minute. So here bidders must not have suffered bankruptcy or insolvency petition during the last 5 years. That means he is insolvent in the 2024. He is not eligible for up to the 2029 for participating in the railway service contracts. He should not be IP or bankruptcy in the last 5 years. Okay? And here the important one is the joint ventures. Wherever joint ventures is there, a lead member should be a sharing of 51% and above. Lead member 1 person is there. And if it is the joint venture, it is the total 3 members. 1 member is 51%. So other 2 members, the minimum is 20%. That means suppose one person is 51, another is 35, and last one is the 56, 86, 14%. So it is ineligible because he is not qualified the minimum 20% share. So if it is the JV 3 members, the minimum share of the other members should be 20%. And if it is the more than 3 members, that is 4 or 5, 6, it is the minimum is 10%. That means it is not possible to have 6 members. Okay? Because 50% it is the lead member, The other 4 members, it is okay, up to 4 members. So maximum it is 5 members technically. And another rule is if JV is having one of the foreign members, the lead member must be Indian only. It is not possible to foreign member. Okay. And this is the very, very important quality cost based selection. For consulting service, this is the very important criteria. For others, it is not required, housekeeping and others. Because this is the applicable for tenders valued 50 lakhs and above. This quality and cost based selection. The ratio should be like this. Quality is 70%, cost should be 30. Okay. And the bid with the highest weighted combined score, there is a certain combinations is there, weighted combined score shall be selected. But the technical parameters to non-financial parameters in no case should exceed 80%. It should not exceed 80%. Okay, it is maximum 70. Yeah. See, in the works, GCC for works also we are ensuring this eligibility conditions. Like that, here eligibility conditions, it is the 35% of the advertised value of the tender in the 3 financial years and current financial year. Suppose the housekeeping contract, he is having a experience in the other contract but is not eligible. He should have a similar work experience. Suppose if it is a contract of the 1 crore, he should have completed at least 35 lakhs worth of work in the last 3.5 years. Last 3 and current financial. So 35% is very, very important work experience. This one. Here it is called, remember it is like a R movie, one S satisfactorily completed similar. That means if you called for the housekeeping contractors, he cannot claim the consultancy contract experience. If it is the consultancy contract, he cannot submit the housekeeping contract. So similar, and it should be single contract. It is not, see this 35 lakhs is not a combination of the 2 or 3 works. Similar single service contract. Very important this word. You can, this similar single, it is a confusion. Sometimes it may confusion as single similar. So for this, you can remember similar. M is first, single, N is second, alphabet. So you can remember similar is first and single second. So in case confusion in the options single similar service, similar single service, so you can test alphabetical test. M, N. Okay. So a satisfactorily completed S, similar single service contract 35%. Okay. What is satisfactory completed means subject to payment of bills. Payment of bills. Just work completed is not sufficient. Bills also should be paid. And this is the work experience by the private individuals not accepted. Only it is the public listed companies or private limited companies or trust whose annual turnover is the 500 crores and above, not small organizations. Very, very important. Okay. This is like a technical experience. That means he is having a execute the similar nature of work or not. But yes, he is having a technical knowledge. But whether he should have a financial support or not, that will check in the financial turnover. Here any work is sufficient, need not be similar work. Here what is the financial turnover? 150% of the bid value in the last 3 financial years and current year. See, work experience also same, 3 financial years and current years. What is the support document? It is the audited balance sheet duly certified by the chartered accountant with the stamp, signature and membership number. Very, very important. That means if it is the 10 crores, he should have completed his turnover. That is not single work. Turnover means entire annual amount received. The last 3.5 years he should receive at least 15 crores. Suppose he received only 5 crores in the last 3 years. How can he exercise this 10 crores contract in the single year? It is not possible. So that is why we are insisted this financially also is a capable person or not. Okay. So please remember this is 35%, this is the 150%. Okay. Yeah. And another thing is the T2 liquidity. What is T2 liquidity? Tied to liquidity. 5% of the estimated bid value. That means if it is the 100 crores, 5 crores you should have a cash, like actually it is like a cash or net current assets or bank references, cash flow, ready to spend the money, liquid assets, lines of credit, all this. Okay, this is tied to liquidity. This is very, very important. In case the submitted documents by the bidder are found to be false or forgery, so what is the action to be taken? Before awarding the contract, before itself we can find bid is summarily rejected and we can forfeit the EMD and other legal action if any. Suppose after awarding the contract we found one document is forgery, then we can forfeit the performance guarantee, because here there is no security deposit, please remember, or dues if any, because already completed 2 months work, we are supposed to pay some amount, so we are forfeit that amount also. Okay, yeah. And evaluation of the financial bids. If the two bidders are the lowest and the same, it is a 10 crores contract, both are the lowest is the 9 crores, both are same amount, then whose technically more sound will be selected? Technical. And if the two bidders are lowest and same financially and technically, then we'll check cumulative annual financial turnover in the last 3 previous financial years and current years. It is a very rare to match, because 3.5 years a turnover means at least a difference of lakhs or crores it is possible. So that is the last action. Okay. Yeah. Suppose if the bidder is expired after awarding the contract, is quoted the last rate and we are awarded, but bidder is expired, then contract should be cancelled. Okay. Or a successful L1 bidder withdraw or fail to sign the agreement after awarding the contract, he wants to withdraw or he doesn't want to come for signing the agreement, or he is not providing the performance guarantee, then award this contract to L2, but subject to he should match the price bid of the L1. That is very important. At the same time, we should ensure there is no cartelization, that grouping is not there. That means the lowest is coming for 9 crores. The second lowest is the 9.2 crores. So if he is a withdraw or is not interested, then we are asked the second person to match the price of this person. If he match, then we can award the contract to the second one. Okay, yeah. See here, this GCC for works, this 2% it was, there was a lot of changes, but here it is not there as of now. Okay, so here EMD That is simple definition is the showing sincere interest, seriousness in participating in the tender document. Otherwise, as a retired person, I can also submit the tender form. If there is no EMD, yes, I can take up. This is the 100 crores project. Yes, simply I can quote to 60 crores. So it is a wasteful of the exercise if they are awarding the contract to me. And so that's why whether the contractor, whether the person is a serious one or not, we are tested by collecting the 2% of the contract value, because he is fear about the losing this 2%. So that is the earnest money deposit. Earnest means showing the interest or seriousness participating in the tender process. Suppose if the award is allotted, he is ready to execute, he cannot flee. Okay. So it is a payment in the specific form of deposit to demonstrate that applicant is a serious or sincere to participate in the tender work and complete the work if awarded. Okay. So here in the works it is 100 rupees, but in the services it is the 10 rupees. Here rates are not revised. Still in the GCC it is this entire it is 2% now. But services up to 1 crore it is the 2% of the value of the work. Beyond 1 crore 2 lakhs, that is 2 lakhs means first 2% of 1 crore is 2 lakhs. Then 0.5% of the balance amount, and the maximum should not more than 1 crore. Okay. Yeah. Maximum is 1 crore. So this is calculation, just go through. See here, for example, 200 crores. The first crore is 2 lakhs. The balance 1 crore 99 lakhs to 199 crores, it is the 99 lakhs 50,000. So that means altogether it is 1 crore 1 lakh 50,000. But here it is restricted to 1 crore. Okay. Yeah. This EMD is applicable to all modes of tender, whether it is a open tender, limited tender, single tender. Okay. Here exemption. Exemption, it is the MSCs registered with the District Industry Center, Khadi and Village Industries Commission, Khadi and Village Industries Board, National Small Industries Corporation, and Directorate of Handicraft and Handlooms, and any other body specified by the Ministry of MSME, and startups by the DPIIT. All these are exempted from the EMD. Now anyway it is not required cost of tender form, because everything it is an online submission. Okay. So when it will be forfeited EMD? If the successful tenderer resale or abandon his offer, he is not interested to take up the work. So we are forfeit. And after submission his offer, he put some new conditions that is not acceptable to the railway. In that case also we are forfeit the EMD. Or even after awarding the tender, he is not submitted the performance guarantee within the due period, then we are forfeit the EMD. Okay. Yeah, just a minute. 1 minute. Yeah, we'll discuss only important points, not all. Yeah. The bid shall be signed by individually or legally authorized to enter into commitments. Once it is awarded, within 7 days he should appear in the person or representative appeared in the person to execute the contract within 7 days. Otherwise, it is nothing but breaching of the agreement. The contract should be abandoned, and we can forfeit the EMD, and we can forfeit PG if it is already submitted. So the agreement is in the 3 copies. It is signed by the competent authority and the contractor. First copy it is given to the contractor. Second copy is given to the finance department. And third copy is the executive. And see, this cleaning of coaches, we are not allow any passes to the contractor and its employees. But only we are giving authority for entering that authority for entering a restricted area or authority for onboard service. This is the best example, OBHS, that is also service contract. Onboard housekeeping contract, housekeeping service. Yeah, already I told there is no say SD security deposit, only performance guarantee is there. What is the rate? 5% of the contract value. Previously it is the 10%. Because the SD is 0, so security deposit normally 5%. So security deposit 5%, performance guarantee 5%. Total initially it is stipulated 10%. But recently last year it was reduced to 5%. So remember that is the 5% is the contract value. Here one interesting feature is he should submit 4 different parts. This PG. 1.25%, 1.25%, 1.25%. Why I will tell you, the logic I will tell you. Okay. The due period is 30 days. Suppose contract is awarded this day, from within 30 days he should submit. If he is not submit within 30 days, we can wait another 30 days. We can wait another 30 days, and at 60th day, we have to inform him, please submit with late penalty, but within 90 days. So, on reaching 60 days, if the contractor failed to furnish even after 60 days, a notice will be served to the contractor to pay the same within 90 days. So, that means normally 30 days. Again, we will wait another 30 days with penalty. Even then is not submitted, will give notice. Then give another 30 days. So total 90 days. 30 into 33 times. Okay? Yeah. 90 days. Okay. But the penal interest is the 15% per annum. From 31st day to till the date of submitting the PG. If he is not submitted even after 90 days, then it is already told the contract is cancelled. So forfeit of EMD, any other dues. In the meantime, if he completed any completed work, that is also we are not cleared his dues. And debarred from participating in the retender for that work. We are debarred. And here the decision of the signing the contract agreement is the final. Okay. And PG variation. No change in the value of PG up to 25% plus or minus. The contract value, it is changed up to 100 to 125%, no change. But beyond 25%, additional PG 5% for excess value over the contract value, again it is the 4 equal parts. That is 1.25% each part. Okay. And at the same time, if the contract value decreases by more than 25%, we are returned to the contractor. The PG amount into the 5% of decreased value also returned to the contractor. See here, I told you this PG should be bifurcated in the 4 parts. 1.25%, 1.25%, 1.25% like that. Why? Because, please check. During the course of execution of work, the penalty imposed exceeds 50% of the maximum penalty. Suppose the maximum penalty is 100 rupees already it is reached 50%, then we can forfeit 25% of the PG. So in that case, it is very easy, 4 separate forms. We can forfeit one part. And if it is reached 75%, the penalty, if it is reached 75% of the maximum amount, so we can forfeit 50%. That means 2 parts. Okay. But will forfeit, but encashment only after completion of the contract, not immediately. Though we impose it as a forfeit, as a penalty, but will encash only at the time of completion of the contract, not immediately. Okay. So the logic of submitting PG in 4 equal parts is to make the encashment of the partial performance guarantee. So PG, there are several forms is there: cash, bank guarantee, government securities, deposit receipts, guarantee bonds, post office, national savings certificate, any of the form. There are different options is there. And FDR also. Normally the people prefer this bank guarantee because there is no cash outgo. And submission of PG, this PG date, this bank guarantee date or FDR date, it should be between letter of acceptance and signing of the agreement. It is not before the letter of agreement, not after the signing the agreement. Only after submission of PG only we are entered into the agreement. Okay. And this validity should be up to the completion period. Then if any maintenance period is there, that is also, then plus 60 days cushion. 60 days is cushion. If maintenance is not there, then completion period plus 60 days. If maintenance another 1 year is there, completion period plus 1 year and 60 days. Okay. Yeah. Then when it should be released PG? Issue of a completion certificate by the executive and passing of the final bill and no claim certificate, and in case of warranty clause is there, 25% is retained. Warranty is there, maintenance clause. The 75% is released. Okay. 1 minute. Almost we complete. Yeah, after that we will discuss some GCC for works also, important points. Yeah, 1 minute. Yeah, previously the risk action procedure is there, risk and cost procedure. What is risk and cost procedure? If the contractor is leave or abandoned during the work, so we can call another contractor and pay extra amount. That extra amount is recovered from the old contractor, whoever abandoned, whoever failed contractor. So that is a very risky in execution of the risk and cost tenders. So that is the reason the performance guarantee was entered. When there is a risk and cost procedure is there, there is no performance guarantee provision. Please remember. So in place of risk and cost, this performance guarantee option it is there. That means exact in the middle of the work, the contractor was abandoned or failed, he withdraw. So we forfeit his performance guarantee. For example, this is the 50,000 for example. So this 50,000 can be useful in case the re-tendering, if the least tenderer, lowest tenderer is quoted more than this old rate, another 50,000. That is the object of this performance guarantee. So wherever the contract is rescinded, the PG shall be encashed The balance work shall be got done independently without the risk and cost procedure. Now risk and cost procedure not required. Previously this risk and cost procedure is there. Those days it is very difficult to find the old contractor and ask him to remit the money, and he is failing. So court cases, all this lot of work, this one is there. Now it is not required because we are already encashed the PG. That is we are covered our loss. And this failed contractor is debarred for a period of 2 years from the date of such rescindment from the participating in the bid. So this is the force majeure clause is nothing but the act of the God. Act of the God. That means there may be a civil commotion or war or flood or hostility or epidemics like COVID, strike, lockout. All these are called act of God, for which the contractor, neither contractor nor railway is not responsible. In that case, either of the party can give notice 7 days. Okay, 7 days notice, and 120 days period exceed such events, they can terminate the contract without financial repercussion. There is no need to pay any penalty, either contractor or railway. Okay. Yeah. So when should commence this service contract work? The contractor shall commence after receipt of order in writing from the manager. Okay. Any penalty, it is not exceeded the 10% of the contract value. Any penalty. Please check in the stores contract also. It is the 10% that liquidate damage. Yeah. And the contractor shall have to carry out regular service even required 24/7 also. Any personal data of the any staff is asking, he should provide within 5 days. Within 5 days. Extension of time. Now this is very, very important. Extension of time. The new contract has not been finalized, then we can extend the old contract. But other than consultancy. But it should not less than 1 month. That extension minimum period is 1 month. The delay due to railways. If it is a delay due to the contractor, then damage should be levied, that liquidate damage should be levied 0.1%. 0.10% of the contract value for each week or part of the week. Okay. Maximum it is the 5%. See, the penalties is different. The liquidate damage is different. Please remember. Okay. Yeah. Variations of the work up to 125%, the rate is same. Concurrence not required. Approval is contract signing agreement. This is individual items. And if it is a 125 to 140%, 98% of the agreement rate. That means we will cut 2%. But concurrence is required. And officer approval is minimum is SAG. And this is also operate whenever it is unavoidable to operate fresh tenders. 125 to 140%. And 140 to 150% also same SAG approval, concurrence, but here minus 4%. Minus 4%. Here minus 2%. And individual items above 150% also minus 4%. Concurrence and SAG, okay, but it is a exceptional unavoidable. Very rare case. Otherwise, the vigilance angle will be agreed. Okay. And if it is these are all individual items. If it is the overall agreement value, if it is the above 150%, The rate, it is a negotiated rate. It is not -2 or -4. Only it is the concurrence with the PFA, only PFA or PFA construction, and approval, it is the GM approval. Okay. And minor variation. What is minor variation? A minor value of item is defined an item whose original agreement value is less than 1% of the total agreement value. That is called minor value. We can allow up to 100% variation. Up to 100% variation. The rate is same. Concurrence is not required. Only contract signing officer approval is sufficient. That is the minor value items. That is a, suppose if it is the 1 crore, what is the 1%? 1 lakh. So any item value, the total value of the in the agreement, it is the not more than 1 lakh. This can be variation up to 100% is allowed. Suppose it is 100 numbers, yes, it can increase to another 100 numbers. No rate reduction. And concurrence not required, contract signing is decrease not much important, but please check. This is also very important. Up to 25% concurrence is not required, contract signing. And beyond 25%, decrease means the contractor is a loss, not railways, because he is getting less amount. So concurrence is required, SAG, and we have to give detailed reasons, and we have to obtain no claim certificate. Yeah, Mohammed ji, please wait. Please note down query. We'll discuss. We are about to finish. Because here contractor is losing the money, so because of reduction of the work, we have to obtain the no claim certificate from the contractor. And we have to give certificate that work proposed to reduce will not be required in the same work in the further. That is individual items. Overall items, this concurrence is required. Even up to 25% also concurrence is required. Same detailed reason, no claim certificate, certification, this is the one. And minor, it is not required. Reduction also up to 100% permitted. Concurrence not required. Contract signing authority sufficient. That means minor value we are not worried. It is a 100%. We can either plus or minus, no reduction of the rate. And remember, in the decreasing the variation, there is no change in the rate. But increasing the variation, the change is there. -4%, -2%. Okay. Here this variation, wherever SOR is there, the limit 25% would apply to the value of SOR schedule as a whole, not to individual SOR items. However, in case of NS items, the limit 25% would apply to NS items irrespective of the manner, the quoting the rate single percentage or individual item rate. That is not applicable. But here we are taken as individual items, NS items. Okay. Variations for tenders accepted at zonal railway level, the approval by the authority whose powers in the revised value of the agreement lies. That means, suppose the original agreement value SMM powers is there or J grade power is there. If it is the revised, the value is beyond the reach of J grade, then we have to take selection SAG officer. The variations. But the tenders accepted by the GM, the variation up to the 125% of the agreement value can be accepted by the GM. That means 25% variation. Beyond that, it goes to the railway board. Yeah. Vitiation, it is very rare, but in case it is possible, the payment shall be restricted to the lowest calculated value of all the valid offers. This vitiation is happened when variation of the certain items That means L1 become L2, L2 become L1. Okay. So this is the on account of the contractor, the payments will be restricted to the lowest calculated value of the all the valid offer. And the contractor has to claim every month. Any objection against measurements he has to submit within 7 days. For checking the passing bills, all relevant records are certified by the contractor and person nominated by the railway. Yeah, this is all ESI, PM, very, very important because labor is involved. Statutory obligations. This is Employees Provident Fund Organization. Yes. Now we'll check PVC class, very, very important. Price variation class. This is settled at every quarter. Only the period should exceed 18 months, not less than 18 months. Here exclusions, material supplied free of cost as per the contract or at fixed cost by the railways, it is excluded. It is not come within the purview of price variation class. And specific payments to the consultants fees always it is a exclusion. There is no price variation. And base month it is the month of opening bids. Suppose the bids are opened in the July. So July month rate is the base month. And if it is the December, the rate is increased 10%, then PVC also around 10%. So base month is July. And quarter commences from the month following the month of opening bid. That means if it is the July is the bid month, August is the next month. So August, which quarter it is? The July, August, September quarter. That quarter will be taken as the base quarter. Okay. In case it is the September is the bid open, then it is comes to October, November, December quarter. This quarter is the base quarter, not July, August, September. Yeah. In the extended period, PVC is applicable or not? See, extension granted under railways account. This is very interesting question. If it is a railways account, the increase in the price or decrease in the price is allowed. But as per contractor, because of contractor, the contract is extended, the decrease the price will get the benefit, but increase the price we are not allowed. Because contract is responsible for extension. Please check once again. See, PVC in the extended period, if it is a railways account, both are allowed, plus or minus allowed. Whether increase in the price, yes, we are provided extra amount to the contractor. Decrease in the price, yes, we are benefited. But extension granted to the contractor account, decrease the price, yes, allowed. We are getting benefit, but not increase in the price. Here, this is very, very important. This is the examination point. This is important. Fixed component, it is always 15%. So this 15% will never vary in the PVC class. Only the balance 85% it is possible. That is nothing but fixed cost, administrative cost or rent or something. Here in the housekeeping, that labor percentage is 70, whereas consultancy 80, and others it is 35%. This is a little bit important labor component. See, in the housekeeping, only material portion 15, but consultancy very less because most of them it is a teaching and others 5% only. But other works, the material portion is more, fuel portion 15. So better you By heart, this 15% is important, and labor also very important. Housekeeping 70, consultancy 80, and others 30. So this is fixed 15% in all types of service contracts. This is nothing but suppose labor rate, it is 100 rupees in the month of contract entered, but during execution it was 120 rupees. So the contractor can't do anything because he has to pay minimum wages. So because that he cannot incur the loss. So the railway has to pay plus 20%. This is called PVC, price variation clause. Price variation clause is nothing but this one. Suppose this 100 rupees at the time of agreement, but at the time of work execution it becomes 90 rupees material. So we are paid only 90 rupees, not at the rate of 100 rupees. Though it is that is called price variation, whether it is in the works or services. Some formulas is there. Please go through. Yeah, we have to. Yeah, 1 minute. Yeah. One book examination clause is there, the stores contract. Book examination clause means in case if you felt the rate quoted by the supplier is a very heavy rate after entering the contract, we can go to his premises and we can check the accounting records, whether he is maintained a proper records, whether whatever rate quoted by the supplier is correct or not. So same thing, the service contracts also, where 2 crores and above contracts, on demand the contractor is supposed to submit all his quotations, invoice, cost of other accounts, books of accounts, vouchers, receipts, letters, memorandums to verify the cost of execution work under this contract or not. Because one contract was entered, that is consultancy contract providing faculty to the training institutes. He is charging a lot of amount. It is a 3 crores contract. Whether he is paying correctly to the faculty or not, all we can ask the records, that production of vouchers. And legal obligations, if more than 20 workers he has to apply, this is the Assistant Labour Commissioner under the provisions of Contract Labour Act. I think this is replaced by the Labour Code. And he has to spread labor law awareness among his workers by engaging the third party agency for training the workers. And if it is a canteen, more than 100 workers, he should provide first aid box 150 contract laborers. Before 7 days he has to pay. In our railway workshops also in olden days, now it is a computation. If it is less than 1000, we have to pay on the 7 days. That means January salary we pay before February 7th. If it is the more than 1000, it is the 10 days time. Same we have to give. And weekly rest. This acceptance powers, I will check once again. These powers, these are frequently changing. So numbers part, please check once again. EMD 10 rupees, performance guarantee 5%, security deposit nil. EMD it is the tender value, PG is the contract value. PG should be submitted 30. You can remember 30, 30, 30. That means first 30 days without penalty, without penal interest. Next 30 days we should wait. Then around at the 60th day we have to give notice. Please pay before 90 days with the penal interest, that is 15%. So without penal 30 days. Liquidated damage should not exceed 5%. of the contract value. Liquidated damage is nothing but delaying the work. But penalties is different. Penalties is 10%. Penalty means for not doing the work properly. 2-packet tender, it is 50 lakhs and above. If it is the penalties exceed 50% of the total of contract value, then it is the 25% of PG per feet. If it is a 75%, 50%. PVC clause, it is the 18 months and above duration. Value irrespective of value. Fixed component, it is the 15%. Turnover certificate, it is the 150% in 3 plus current financial year. Work experience, it is the 35%. Similar single, MN, please remember. Similar single service of 35% value of tender. And GST, it is the 18%. Yeah. Powers will check later. This letter of credit, 10 lakhs and above. Any queries? Yeah, Jarajagar.
Sir, good evening, sir.
Yeah, good evening, madam.
Sir, EMD is 2% for even above 1 crore, no, sir?
Yes, services, there is no change.
Services, no change.
Only GCC for works, it is the correction slip we received.
Okay, for services, it is for up to 1 crore, 2%, and beyond 1 crore is
Yes.
0.5%.
Same old rates of GCC.
Okay, for work contracts, it is 2%.
Yeah, that is separate, this is separate.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Next, Mohammed ji.
सर LD सर्विस कॉन्ट्रैक्ट में 5%,
LD?
कॉन्ट्रैक्ट में सर LD जी
Yeah,
liquidated
please.
damage.
Liquidated damage, that is delay of the work.
Okay, 5% in service.
5% of the value, contract value.
Sir, work contract.
Work contract will check later. That is also 5%. We'll check later.
Okay.
Yeah, Rajesh ji. Please quick. We'll go for GCC for works.
Sir, please share it in the group, sir.
Yeah, I'll share. Already I shared. Again, once again, I'll share. Yeah,
Okay,
Utkrish.
sir. Thank you, sir.
Yeah,
Sir,
participants,
nowadays, sir.
yeah, today morning document, please give me 1 or 2 days time. Some changes is there. I will update in the group. Don't worry. And tomorrow morning, very important, miscellaneous topics, all topics, random. I will ask. Like rapid fire, very, very speed I covered. Just will discuss and move to next data. And timings, 1 minute.
Save the document, sir.
Yeah, this is not required. This is only annotation.
Okay.
But anyway, I'll save. Yeah, just a minute.
Sir,
Yeah, please tell me.
sir, nowadays services are required to be procured through GEM. Is GCC for services applicable to such procurements?
Yes, obviously, because wherever gem conditions is there, we have to check the gem conditions also. But gem conditions, as far as it is only payment conditions only. So all GCC for services, it is applicable for gem also. Okay. Yeah. See, gem role is only for awarding the contract. After awarding the contract, the execution again for GCC for services. GEM is not participated in the execution of the work. Okay. Yeah, Rajesh ji, Rajiv Kumar, please quick.
सर 50 करोड़ से बिलो जो होगा वो सिंगल टेंडर 2 पैकेट चलेगा, क्या होगा उसमें भी 2 पैकेट सिस्टम चलेगा सर? बिलो 50
lakhs
50 करोड़
below 50 lakhs.
Sir, please repeat, sir.
Yeah, please tell me, 2
Hello.
packet tender, na? Yeah, next one. Yeah, SSC Krishnarajpuram.
सर जो प्रोडक्शन वाउचर बोले उसको थोड़ा एक्सप्लेन कर दीजिए प्रोडक्शन ऑफ वाउचर
Production of vouchers are nothing but if it is a 2 crores contract, you felt the trade quoted by the firm is the too high, then you can go to check and his premises and you can ask the records. What is your material cost? What is your labor cost? You can ask vouchers. That is called book examination clause. That is in the stores contract. Here vouchers clause. Chandan Kumar.
Sir, how many minor value items can we go for 100%? If there are
Yeah,
5
it
or
is
10 minor,
less than 1% value. Suppose it is the 10 crores, 100 crores contract. What is the 1% to 1 crore? So the individual item, the total value of the individual item, it is less than 1 crore. We can go to 100%. That means another 1 crore also variation is possible.
if there are 10 items whose value is
Yeah.
less than 1 crore, we can go
Yes,
for.
any item, only the minor value. It is a minor value item or not. If it is a minor value item, 100% variation is allowed, either plus or minus. Okay. Means the overall effect it is only 2%. Okay. Yeah.
Sir,
Yeah. Please tell me.
sir, as per technical eligibility, sir, 35% of the tender value should be completed in last 3 financial year or current financial year.
Yes.
So this 35% should be for any one financial year of last 3 year or combined.
Any work. See, it is the 2026. So you may complete in the 2026, 2025, 2024, 2023. Only one work. Understand?
Only one work. But,
Only work, not financial turnover means total cumulative amount.
Okay. Sir, how much maximum penalty can be imposed, sir?
Yeah, maximum penalty is the 10% of the contract value.
Sir,
It is stipulated in the each contract. Suppose as per rule he has to employ 10 labor for housekeeping duty. If he is provided only 8 labor, we are stipulate some penalty. That penalty should not be more than 10% of the contract value.
But sir, it is mentioned that if penalty exceeds 50%, then 25% of PG to be forfeited. But
Yes,
that means
yes, exactly. That is some fear condition, deterrent conditions. Okay. Yeah, Vivo,
Okay,
please quick. Yeah, please quick call. Yeah, very valid only. Please ask quickly because our time is running. Yeah, NK, Vivo, Rajiv Kumar.
Hello, good morning, sir.
Yeah, good morning. Please quick, one by one.
Sir, sometimes before allotment to the service contract, they go for a negotiation. When will they go for negotiation, sir? Any terms and conditions, sir?
Yeah, no idea. That is a very rare case. That means before awarding contract, negotiation means if the tender committee feels the rates are too high.
Yeah.
Okay,
Sure.
we'll check. Yeah.
And
Next,
one more note, sir. If suppose,
please.
sir, suppose the contract is extended for 25%, the price PVC is applicable for 25% of the extension, sir.
Yes, PVC is applicable. I told him if it is the contractor's account, PVC is applicable only for the decreasing the rate. Increasing the rate, we are not allowed.
No, sir. Actually,
Because
within
contractor
the
is mistake.
25%. No, sir. Within the 25%, the value is the rate is not changed, sir. So in that case,
But
the
no, please check variation or extension of contract. You just mentioned clearly.
variation, sir, variation.
Yeah, variation we allowed PVC.
Okay, sir.
Yes.
Sir, sir,
Next.
please open 14th point, sir. 14th point. If L1 withdraws his offer, we
Yeah,
cannot. 14th points.
1 minute. Yeah, please tell me.
Sir, if successful L1 bidder withdraws or fails to sign the agreement or fails to provide PG, straight away will cancel the contract, sir. I think not for will not go
No,
for.
no, it is clearly stipulated in the GCC. Please check.
Sir.
It may award to the contract too, but if we match the price bid of the L1. Suppose the L1 is 100 rupees, L2 is 120, we cannot give to 120 rupees contract. You should match the 100.
GEM it is there, sir, but in service contract I have not seen, sir. Okay, I will check.
Pardon?
In GEM contract we have seen this clause, sir, but in service contract.
Yes, it is there in the GCC for services. You just send me message, I will share the GCC for services, the original document also.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah, next. Yeah, admin 1+, Sanjeev, Rajiv Kumar.
Sir, namaste, sir. What is the
Sir,
letter
hello?
of credit?
Hello.
Yeah, one by one.
Sir,
Yeah.
that time, sir, I not hear your reply, sir. Please, below 50 crore, 2 packet system or one single packet system, sir.
Below 50 lakhs services.
Sir, below 50 lakhs?
Single packet, 50 lakhs below.
On GEM contract, sir. On GEM service, na? On
GEM,
na?
no idea. Yeah.
Sir, what is letter of credit, sir?
Letter of credit, that means see bill process it takes 10 days.
Question ko pura to hone dijiye.
Yeah, 1 minute. Letter of credit bill we are submitted to January 1st, but normally the accounts office is paying January 10th. So the letter of credit, the bank will pay the money temporarily to the contractor by cutting commission. So we are paying to the bank. So that he will get 10 days cushion. Letter of contract, but that is only applicable for the 10 lakhs and above contracts. Letter of credit means bank will give 10 days in advance. Before itself, they will give amount, your bill amount. Okay.
What is percentage of commission, sir?
Yeah, that is a liquidity. You want money immediately. So bank is having a lot of money. So bank will give before. This is the, I will share one write-up letter of credit. So on document, this DA, document authorization, on production of document authorization, the bank will give money, contract value money. But we have to give one DA to the supplier, contractor. Based on that, because it is nothing but normally no one is claiming letter of credit. Nowadays, our railways also paying very immediately, na? So that is very rare.
If possible, please mention everything for works, store, and this service, EMD and
Yes. Yeah. Already I have a draft, but I will complete. Let me complete GCC for works and services. Then we'll discuss that document. But stores it is not common. Most of the things it is common to works and services only. So one document is there. We'll discuss one day. Okay.
Sir, one time, sir, invitation, sir, please, sir. Invitation, please. Invitation, sir, invitation.
Yeah, vitiation, yeah. Yeah, we'll discuss after this topic. Now, let me complete all queries. We'll discuss vitiation.
Good evening, sir. My question is related to PVC, sir. If a contract was awarded for more than 18 months, but work of contract is completed in less than 18 months, then PVC will be applicable or not, sir?
Yes, applicable, because that is the tender conditions, 18 months. Once PVC is applicable in the beginning, irrespective of the period of completion, it is applicable.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
But very rare that is.
Yes, sir.
See, 18 months housekeeping contract, how should it be completed 15 months?
Actually, sir, we have awarded contract for catering and GCC of services applicable. That contract is completed in 6 months only.
We'll check later.
Yes.
Yeah. Now we'll discuss variation and vitiation. Fast.
Sir.
Yeah.
Sir, good evening.
Yeah, good evening. Still.
Sir, good evening.
Yeah,
Sir,
please
ये
tell me.
PSSA project service agencies in
PSSA.
PSSA in GCC service or GCC work. What is
Yeah, it
applicable?
comes under GCC for services because it is the consultancy contract. No?
Project supervision service agency.
Yes, it comes under as a service contract.
Sir.
Okay.
Sir.
Yeah.
सर ये लिक्विडेटेड डैमेज कैसे क्रिएट होगा इसमें सर सर्विसेज में कोई डिलीवरी वगैरह रहेगा या फिर कैसे होता है लिक्विडेटेड
wherever it is a delay is there, suppose the consultancy service, he has to submit the document, the consultancy should be completed by so and so month, but it is delayed, so it is a delay.
राइट सर 5% और ये वीकली जैसे 0.5% पर वीक एंड पार्ट ऑफ वीक ऐसा नहीं रहेगा इसमें
Yes, 0.10%.
0.10%
week or part of the week. Okay. Okay, right? Yeah. Yeah. Now we'll discuss.
Sir, in letter of credit, the bank will take commission from contractor or from railway, sir?
The contractor has to bear that loss.
Okay.
I will discuss that is also now. Yeah. Sridhar Garu, is it visible?
Yes, sir. Visible.
One minute. Yeah, please mute them. Please mute them. Yeah, I will discuss very important topics. So many topics is there. See, just try to understand it is almost now the chances are very, very less, but examination point it is a little important. Variation, all of you know, this 100 numbers execution in work during the course, it is the 120 numbers, it is called variation. Variation of the quantity. Whether it is at 20 numbers plus or minus. Vitiation is nothing but, please check. The L1, L2, L3. L1 rate is the 100 rupees, L2 is the 110 and L3 is the 115. This is the at the rate of 100 numbers quantity, 100 items quantity. This 100 items, different rates is there. Sridhar Garu, is it visible?
Perfect, sir. Perfect.
Yeah. Now, during the course of execution, this is the actual. But in the execution, what will happen? Some items, high value items, it is a increased variation. And low value items are decreased. This 100 items, not all 100 items are equal value. Some items are high value, some items are less value. So high value items are increased more. Because of that, now after increasing values, the variation of quantities, if the total, now the total revised values, it is become 120, If the same rates, if it is awarded to L2, it become 115 and this is become 110 rupees because of different rates, different values. So now who is L1? He is the L1. Who is L2? This is same L2. Now he become L2. So this is called vitiation. Vitiation means the intersect change. See, vitiation means what? Invalid or legally defective. Vitiation is change. Intersect means because of change of the L1 to L1 contractors due to variation of the quantities in the work during the course of execution. Very rare, but there is a possibility is there. So this aspect of the tender with respect to variation in the quantities should be checked and avoided. Example, please check. See, simple example. This is the A, B, C. What is the rate? See, X item, it is the 1000 rupees. Y item, 50 rupees. Z item, low value item, 20 rupees. So what is the percentage he quoted? 2% A. B quoted 1%. C quoted 6%. So as per this, the total value, it is all total values calculated is the 1,19,100, 1,19,200, 1,22,800. So we are awarded because being the lowest L1, 1,19,100. This is the as per tender schedule, not actual. Now when coming to execution, this quantity, this number may be changed. Please check. Here in the 100 items, 1000 rupees he quoted 2%. But B quoted only 1%. See, in spite of he quoted less than 1%, but overall value it is the more than L1. Because he quoted high percentage in the low value items. He quoted 5%, he quoted 10. He quoted 10, he quoted 20. So that is the intersect changes. Now during the execution, what happened? This 100 numbers becomes 125 numbers. This 200 numbers becomes 200. 300 numbers becomes 300. No change in the Y and Z. But the X value item, it is 1,000 rupees per item, it was changed to 25%. If you calculate again all the values of the revised values of all the three tenderers, now the L2 become B become L1. This once L1A, now it become L2. How it is happened? This high value items, it is increased in the variation. The low value items not operated that much extent. So due to change in the quantity of X item, the intersect of the contractors has changed L1 to L1 and vice versa. This is called vitiation. Whenever vitiation is happened, previous rules, it is the single contract, single tender power should be invoked, it should go to GM. Okay, to avoid this vitiation, now we are asked entire schedule 1%. Entire schedule 1%, not item wise. Previously, this A item 1%, B item is 1%, C item is 1%, D item is 1%. In that case, it is possible. Now we are asked to quote a common percentage below or above, that is SSR, standard scheduled rates, as well as NS items also. Such a common percentage of rates will facilitate quicker evaluation of the tender and finalization. Now the possibility of the vitiation, it is a very almost eliminated. In case of vitiation of the tender, whether it is increase as decrease value of agreement, the sanction of competent authority as per single tender, that is GM, should be obtained as per rules. But recently the railway board is relaxed these vitiation rules. If the tender value is less than 50 lakhs, 10% vitiation is permitted. Vitiation up to 10% is permitted. More than 50 lakhs, 5% vitiation is permitted. Please check. Less than 50 lakhs, 10%, more than 50 lakhs, 5%. So, but approval of the tender accepting authority is required. This single tender is not required now. If it is beyond these levels only, the single tender sanction is required. And vitiation to be seen mainly refers to items, rates, quantities, conditions available at the time of tender opening, not on subsequent changes or addition by way of new items. That means at the time of tender opening it is the 100 numbers. But later we added some certain works, certain new works is added. This we should not take for the vitiation. Yeah. Any queries, please note down. We'll discuss at the end of the session, please. This is very simple. I'll share this right up. Yeah, please, Teja Garu, please, we'll discuss at the end of session. Let me finish one more topic. Yeah, letter of credit, please check. Yeah. So, Sridhar Garu is visible?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. This is small topic. We'll go quickly. It is nothing but a benefit to the contractor, easy for liquidity. Only it is the expenditure bills and stores bills. It was started in the 2018 Railway Board letter number from 2018, and it is applicable for the supplies, works and service maintenance contract also. It is a payment mode of payment as an option to improve transparency and the ease of doing business. Because normally all of you know in the government office it takes a little bit time for between completion of the work and payment of the bill. But in the meantime, the contractors need liquidity. Money should be turnover is important. So this is the apply for tenders having a minimum 10 lakhs and above. Okay. Yeah. And it should be one of the tender condition at the time of tender. Any incidental cost, it should be borne by the supplier or contractor, any expenses on this account. Here this is the nodal agency, nodal bank, SBI, to assess the value of the letter of credit. Letter of credit nothing but credit facility it is giving. Before he is due for the payment, the credit facility it is given by the bank by backing this contract. So for this document of authorization is very, very important. Document of authorization, DA. What is document of authorization? It is issued against each bill after duly excised the checks by the railway codes and manuals, and it is issued to the contractor. So the contractor will submit this document of authorization to the bank and he will take the money in advance. Suppose it is the 2 crores bill. So immediately once everything formality is there, we issue DA to the contractor. So this DA he will submit to the bank and bank will give 2 crores minus his commission. Minus his commission, that is the 0.15% of the commission. So you will lose this 0.15%, but you will get the money. After that, we are arranging the payment to the bank. That is the letter of credit mechanism. See, first, State Bank of India issues letter of credit to the seller. It will give authorization. Then Accounts Office will issue DA, document of authorization, to the contractor. Then the contractor will present DA to the banker. Then after release of payment to the supplier, the banker will send this document authorization to the Accounts Office. Then instead of paying to the contractor, on receiving the document authorization from the bank, we are paying to the bank. That's all. Okay. So this is the minimum 10 lakhs points to be remembered. The charges is 0.15%. That means if it is the 100 lakhs, 1 crore bill, what is 1%? 1 lakh. What is 0.15%? 15,000. That means 15,000 will be loose for 1 crore bill. Okay. So this 50,000, it is the expenses for the bank for giving in advance. Okay. So here SBI is the nodal. LC means letter of credit. DA is issued by the Accounts Office to the supplier, and the supplier should submit this document authorization to the this one. Okay. Yeah. We'll take one more topic. Yeah, I will allow queries at the end of session. Please wait. Now we'll discuss bonus for early completion. Very small topic. Sridhar garu, please confirm.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Visible.
Yeah, we'll go quickly. This is the new initiative. This is the new initiative. Earlier it is not there. That means so far we are levying the liquidated damage for delaying the work, but there is no incentive for those who are completed the work in advance. Early completion, we are not incentivized. This is the initiative that taken in the GCC for Works new edition, that is 17C, the clause, general conditions of the contracts for works. So to encourage the contractors to complete the work as early as possible. Okay. So what is the percentage? It is the 1% of the contract value for every 30 days early completion. Here part of the month it is not there. That means 1 month 28 days before is completed the work. But we are taking only 1 month completed month, not 28 days. So what is the incentive? Will get 1% of the contract value. So less than 30% shall be ignored. So what is the date? This is the completion date is very important. Whether to reckon this, how many days in advance. The maximum initially it was 3%, now it was increased 5%. That means this is the 4 years contract. At least you should avail maximum benefit by completing the 5 months before the contract value. Okay. But certain conditions we have put. This is the applicable only for the 50 crores above value works, not small value works. And original period of completion is the 12 months or more. And no reduction in the original scope of the work. That means 100% work. So it is the reduction 20% is minus, reduced 80%. So 80% is completed less than 1 month in advance. It is very easy. So that's why this reduction should not be more than 10%. And in case extension is granted on either railways or contractor, it is not permitted. Only the original date of completion is important. Though it is extended by railways account also, it is not permitted. We should not take. Okay. This is the small example. Please take. So you have to remember the bonus 1% for every 30 days. Maximum is 5%. The original period of completion is 12 months or more. Only 50 crores and above worth. And no reduction in the original scope by more than 10%. And no extension on railways or contractors account. Less than 30 days it is ignored, and the clause is 17C. Okay. Yeah. Now we will go one more item, then we will finalize this today's session. Yeah, please wait. Yeah, we'll complete this EPC topic also, very, very important EPC topic also, engineering, procurement, construction. Yeah, I'll share all these documents. Yeah, please quick. This is very, very important. Suppose there is a mistake in the letter of award. It is shown 100 numbers in the letter of award. But in the drawings, it is showing as 85 numbers. So which is the first one should be considered, whether it is 100 is correct or 85 is correct, means this is the correct. That means in the order of precedence document, this is the top priority. Though it is in the bill of quantities 110, special conditions is 120, various numbers it is there. Whatever number finally quoted in the letter of award or acceptance is the first priority. Then there is a difference between bill of quantities and special quantities. Then bill of quantities is the important. Then there is a difference between special conditions of contract and some 8th point. So this third one. So this is nothing but it is the precedence. Is it okay, Sridhar?
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Little bit bigger.
Yeah, sorry, GCC I told 2022 July. No, it is a 2022 April. MSOP is the July 2018. Okay, right. Yeah. Please remember 2018 January is the services. 2022 is the April. Yeah. So this is the applicable for the works tenders as per GCC for works. If you check, it is the para 101. Any difference or contradiction or discrepancy with regard to conditions of tender or contract, the precedence is the top priority. The first one will be first. Then second, bill of quantities. Then special conditions. Then technical. Then drawing. Then GCC. That is up to date. GCC for works. Then unified standard specification. Then CPWD. These are all not much important. And the last unimportant one is the BIS codes. All of you know Indian Standards Institution, that is revised as the Bureau of Indian Standards. That is the last. So you can remember the key takeaways. It is the 2022 April GCC for works services. It is this one. The first one is important, letter of award or letter of acceptance. Okay. Here the abbreviation, this is very important, IRUSS, Indian Railway Unified Standard Specifications, and CPWD. Yeah. Tomorrow also we are discussing about the GCC for works as well as EPC, engineering, procurement and construction. So today and tomorrow we are focused on the tenders and contracts. Okay, I'll share all the relevant documents in the group. And tomorrow, please join. Tomorrow it is a very important.
Recording stopped.
Miscellaneous topics we'll discuss tomorrow morning. Miscellaneous. I will give explanation also each and everyone.